Hello everyone, welcome to Adam FC. This is actually our first live show here on the rebranded channel, Adam FC. We are talking everything Manchester United as well. Oh no, we're not talking everything Manchester United. We're talking everything Premier League and Manchester United because they are involved in the biggest game of the weekend. That is what we're doing today. It's the prediction side of things. We're going to look ahead to game week 17 and look at all of the games that are going on in the Premier League. So give me your thoughts in the live chat, please, everybody. Let me know what you're thinking for each game. We're going to go through each one, put my predictions down. If you are new to this and new to the channel, first of all, please like the video, subscribe to the channel as well. I give myself points after every prediction. Now, I haven't done last week's yet, and I haven't gone through how many points I got from last week. So there's 2 points maximum for each game. I get 1 point for getting the result right and another point for getting the actual scoreline right. So I've done all my predictions. First of all, we're going to go through last weekend's games because we didn't get to do it because of the Monday Night Football with Man United and me being busy. So we're going to go through every single fixture this weekend. We're going to go through it all. And then we're going to make a prediction for that. And hopefully I can do better than what I got last week because... well, the week before I got 5 points. So we're going to go through what we got from game week 16 first, and then we can get into all of the fixtures this weekend. Right, so looking into everything that happened last weekend, starting off with the Everton game. Let's play and get on. I'm going to chat, everybody, as well. I'm going to give myself scores here as we go through these. So, first of all, I went with Chelsea 2, Everton 1. So I'll get 1 point for that because I got the score, I got the result right. It was 2-0 to Chelsea. A really important result for Maresca. I remember doing a show on Sunday morning last week, how important that was for Maresca. On top of that, obviously, there was another manager involved as well, which was Arne Slot for Liverpool, who got a massive win against Brighton. So I got 0 points for that one because I predicted 1-1 between Liverpool and Brighton. And that game ended up 2-0 to Liverpool. Good result for Liverpool. Very, very good result. Next game on the list was Burnley versus Fulham. I went with 2-1 to Fulham. So I got another point because I got the result right. Didn't get the scoreline right. It was 3-2 to Fulham. Good game. I'm quite happy with that, actually, so far. Pretty decent result there for me on that one. Could have gone either way, that game, really, because Burnley did put up a bit of a fight. Arsenal beating Wolves 2-1 was a bit of a shock. I went with 5-0. I thought Arsenal were going to smash Wolves like everybody did because the way that United took them apart at Molineux was probably one of the worst performances I've seen for a Premier League side. So, yeah, I went with that. I'll take the correct result. So that's 3 points so far for me. Arsenal did win, but I didn't see them struggling the way they did. I got the Crystal Palace and Manchester City game completely wrong. I thought with both teams being in Europe, they might struggle. But I went 2-2. It was 3-0 to Man City. Bad result. I got the right result for the Sunderland game. The Waytime Derby, I had down as 2-1 Sunderland. I'll take the point because Sunderland did win. Of course, it was 1-0. I went 2-1, so I'll take the right result. Nottingham Forest, I had to beat Spurs as well, 2-1. So I got the result right, just not the scoreline right. So getting the scores pretty good. I'm already ahead of last week's score. What I got 5 out of 20 the previous week. I had a shocker. So far I'm on. So far I'm on 5 now. So West Ham 2, Aston Villa 2 is what I went for. I was so close to getting this one bang on, but I ended up taking nothing because Villa are awesome at the moment and they're just getting wins wherever they go. I went Brentford 1. I went Brentford 3, Leeds 0. So got that wrong because it was 1-1. Did not see Leeds getting a point there. And then I went Manchester United 1, Bournemouth 1. So I got the result right. I got the scoreline wrong, no. So I took a maximum 6 points out of the 20. I beat the last week, but that's still pretty crap for me. Yeah. I was close on quite a lot of them there, actually, though. So I'm going to give myself a little bit of credit. Game week 17. Let's talk about it, everybody. Get into the chat and let me know what you're thinking, everyone, on all of these fixtures. Tell me what you think is happening with them as well. Has everybody got their predictions in as well for the Manchester United game? Obviously, we're doing that over on FUTV and on Big Up on FUTV as well. Please do get your predictions in for the Villa game. I'll drop the link in the live chat now for you again, so you've got it. If you are new here on Adam FC, of course, we run both channels alongside each other, so get in there now and be with a chance of winning big on there. And of course, you could be in with a chance to win the Manchester United latest jacket as well that I was wearing over on FUTV this morning. Let's get into the games this weekend now, and let's start looking at what might happen. Game number 1, Newcastle versus Chelsea. We're going to be covering that over on FUTV and Rival Watch at lunchtime, everyone. So make sure you do jump across to that one with us. I'm going for a 2-1 Newcastle win in this one. Chelsea, I don't think travel well to St James's Park from recent history. I don't think that Chelsea can beat anyone on their day. And Maresca has had a couple of good results. Obviously, Cardiff, you can't take much from. You'd expect him to beat Cardiff. Good result against Everton. Calm things down a little bit. I think things are going to bubble up again. I think things are going to really bubble up for Maresca. I see Newcastle winning 2-1. Give me your predictions in the chat, everybody. Let me know what you're thinking. Do you see Chelsea beating Newcastle, or is Eddie Howe desperate and he's going to get a reaction after last week's debacle and that poor performance at Sunderland at the Stadium of Light? He bounced back against Fulham in the Carabao Cup, and of course, the holders of the competition are in the semi-final again, so that could be seen as a bit of a bounce back itself. But Newcastle need to come back with something in the Premier League. I think Newcastle win 2-1. Brentford away at Wolves is the next game. I'm going to go 1-1. I think Wolves will get a point in this. Brentford do not travel well, and after that poor result against Leeds at home at the GTEC Stadium on Sunday, I don't think Brentford are in the best place at the moment, in the best position, and I think Wolves will get something. That performance against Arsenal has probably given them confidence. I think Wolves will get a draw. I'm going to go 1-1 on that one. City against West Ham. I can only see City winning this game. The Etihad has been a fortress ever since that shocker of a result against Spurs early on in the season for them, scoring loads of goals. And West Ham, as much as they are putting up more of a fight now under Nuno, I don't see them getting much at the Etihad. So I'm going to go with Man City 3, West Ham 1, of course. And yeah, no, I just don't see West Ham doing anything. I don't. I'm trying to guess myself there, and I'm trying to urge myself to actually bring in some hope for West Ham. They always get battered at City, don't they? They always get battered. Get your thoughts in on that one as well. Lots of people agreeing with me so far in that Newcastle are beating Chelsea. Tim's agreed with both of my results there pretty much, with City and Brentford's games as well. City will take West Ham 3-1, I think. Brighton, Sunderland. I don't give Sunderland a chance just because this is the first weekend that they're going to be without all of their AFCON players. 7 players missing for Sunderland now to AFCON. They needed that win against Newcastle. And as confident as they will probably feel and buoyed by that result, I think being away to Brighton is probably the one place you don't want to be going this week. 2-0 to Brighton is what I'm going for. Let me know what you think in the comments. Keep your scores coming in. I can see them all popping up there in the live chat. Thanks everybody who's joined us this morning. Yeah, I mean, Sunderland are going to struggle. I think they might start dropping. It's good that they finished with a bit of a high and got that win, but I think they're going to drop at this point now with missing 7 players. That's a lot, that, isn't it? 2/3 of your starting lineup. I know some of them are not guaranteed starters, but that's too much to handle for any team, let alone newcomers in the league who have relied on these players massively so far this season. So, yeah, 2-0 to Brighton in that one. I'm going to go Bournemouth 2, Burnley 0. I think the Cherries will get back to winning ways. I think 6 without a win for them after the draw at Old Trafford. Buoyed by the fact they scored 4 goals at Old Trafford, a few players coming back into form again. I actually think that they will get the win against Burnley at home. I can't see Burnley getting anything out of that game. I really can't. But we also have a poll running right now in the chat. Who will be top of the league after this weekend? City or Arsenal? Big games, big games for everybody this weekend, and tough games to call as well. We'll get to Arsenal in a minute. First of all, another big game, which we're going to be covering later on this evening as well, is Spurs versus Liverpool. We will be doing a rival watch along for that later on, everybody, so make sure that you do join us for that. Busy day over on FUTV, so hopefully you all settled in. You don't have to do any last-minute shopping or anything like that, and you can just get comfortable and watch the football with me today. Looking forward to that one. But I'm going to go Spurs 1, Liverpool 3. I do think Liverpool will be better. Again, like they've had the week off. Good result against Brighton and Inter Milan. I was talking on a video that I've just done here on Adam FC about how Arne Slot has pressed the survival button mode on his season. So, yeah, I think that is going to be a tough game for Spurs. Their home form is shocking, and Liverpool, I think, are buoyed at the moment, and I think they will actually come through this one. I'm going 3-1 to Liverpool in that one. Leeds versus Crystal Palace. Normally would be a tough game to call, but I think Leeds are going to win for the fact that Crystal Palace have had 48 hours. How can the league and UEFA allow Crystal Palace to be playing on Thursday evening and then have to play on a Saturday? That is an absolute joke. A joke. Yes, it's the later game, but they should not be playing on a Saturday. Oliver Glasner was not happy in the press conference when asked about this, and I'm not surprised. When has there ever been a Thursday-Saturday fixture? It's an absolute joke. And the fact that they have to travel, probably one of their longest journeys of the season, up to the northeast, to Leeds as well. Honestly, I feel sorry for him. The fixture's in, and I don't think Palace are going to be able to handle it. They're going to have to make changes, and Leeds at home have been quite solid recently. I think Leeds win it 2-1. I feel sorry for Crystal Palace. I really do. They're going to suffer. Good news for Man United fans, though. They're ahead of us, obviously, in the league, and I expect them to drop points today. So that's going to be an interesting one. Everton 1, Arsenal 1. That's going to be my surprise one for the weekend, people. Everton will get a point at home, I think. I think David Moyes will have his side set up tight and combative. I think at home, barring that Newcastle collapse when they got beat 4-1, Everton have been decent in the new stadium. So I think that's the shock of the weekend. I actually feel like Man City will be top after this weekend because Arsenal are going to drop points at Everton. City will beat West Ham, and that will take them top on goal difference. I'm pretty certain it will. Let me double check actually before I actually say that. So, yes, City will go ahead of Arsenal on goal difference this weekend. That's my prediction. That's my bold prediction anyway. City will win 3-1. Arsenal will get a point at Everton. They'll be level on points. Both teams on 37. But City will have it on goal difference. That's my prediction. That's my bold prediction for this weekend anyway. That's where I see it going. On to Aston Villa versus Manchester United. I'm going to be honest, I'll do more on Man United probably later on, looking ahead to the game tomorrow. But I think it might be too much for Manchester United tomorrow. I expect a performance and a fight, and I don't think it's going to be a landslide. I fancy Villa just because of their form, though. And I'm going to have to be brutally honest with this here. My heart is saying United scrape a draw. My head is saying 6 wins in a row at home for Villa with everyone available. 8 wins out of the last 9. The best team in the league at the moment. And Emre, he just looks on it. The only hope I've got is when Villa are playing well and United are playing bad, we always seem to do something against Villa. But I'm going to go with my head and say 2-1 Villa. I don't expect United to win the game. And I'm not going to go crazy if we lose the game. As long as we put on a performance and have a bit of fight in us. I just don't see United being able to handle every single threat that Villa have got because there's so many players in form. And United have to have an absolute worldie of a day. They do, to beat Villa. And I'm not, like I said, as long as United don't get absolutely pummeled, I can accept us losing to Villa away. Because Villa can beat anyone. And they already have done this season. So I really don't think that City losing there, Arsenal losing there, even going in with my Man United tinted glasses on, I don't think there's any shame in losing at Villa Park. They're just a very, very good side. And I'm running with my head completely this weekend. I'll take a win. And anything can happen in football. But I have to play this one safe. Villa will beat United tomorrow 2-1, I think. And it pains me to say that. And you know, I'm the most optimistic Man United fan out there. But Villa have just got too many players. There's so many of them playing well. Even Buendia is playing well now at Villa. Honestly, I love United just to put up a bit of fight tomorrow and really run Villa close. Unfortunately, this game has come at the wrong time for us with losing the players that we have done. We're losing a third of our starting lineup in Mazraoui, Ahmad, Mbeumo and Casemiro. Too much with the carnage that's going on. Look, you say like with all of the controversy behind the scenes that might galvanise the team and they might go forward and get a result and put something on. But it's just too much quality to be missing, playing against too much quality in top form. And the odds are heavily stacked in Villa's favour for this one. 2-1 Villa. And then the Monday Night Football doesn't really affect the top half of the table, but it's important for Nottingham Forest, I think. But Fulham at home are decent. Yes, they've lost recently to Palace and Man City, but tight games with 1 goal in it. Forest are going to have to be at it. I see this being a draw. 1-1 between Fulham and Forest. I think that's what it's going to be. They're my predictions. They're all 10 games. Let's quickly get into the comment section and see what people are saying. Can't predict the United game. It could be 2-1 United win or 5-0 win for Villa. Can't predict this one. It's a tough one. It is, isn't it? Andrew says it's really poor by the Premier League to make Palace play today. The Premier League clubs need to sort it out and have a guarantee put in place for a minimum amount of time between matches. This should be in there, mate. 48 hours is not enough. It's disappointing. It should be at least 3 days. They should be playing on Monday or they should be playing on Saturday. Why are Fulham and Nottingham Forest the game on Monday night? That should be Crystal Palace's game. It's ridiculous. I feel anyway. Or they should be playing on the Sunday at least at 2 o'clock. It is crazy. It really is. But you're right, Andrew, on that. It definitely isn't right. Why are Palace getting mugged off so much at the moment? It's mental. I wouldn't be happy as a Palace fan or any representative at Crystal Palace. We have a super chat in from Ant. Thank you. No, we are winning 2-1 and shock everyone, says Ant. I hope you are right, mate. I hope you are right. Anyone who has been watching on FUTV, I did say we was going to do a big up calling show. I'm thinking they're going to do it after the game on Sunday. I think that will be a better show altogether. So we're going to move the big up show across to the Sunday evening after the game is finished. So that's what we're going to do there. So that, I think, is probably going to be the better reaction anyway. And there'll be more people wanting to get on and speak after the game, I feel, anyway. But that was the decision I made yesterday anyway. Menu hat-trick of own goals, says Zippy. That's not good, Zippy. I don't want that. I don't want that. Definitely not. I really like your optimism. Keep it up. It will be a big struggle, matey. That was Steve replying to Ant's cry there in the super chat that United are going to win. This, I think, is a tough weekend to call in a lot of games. It really is. I mean, looking at it, I mean, realistically, I think I've gone bold enough with that, and there's a few games there that I think I could see a different result in, but I'm pretty confident. I'm pretty set there. I'm going to go with it. That's my predictions anyway. Look, our first live stream here on Adam FC. Thank you very much for joining us, everybody. I was loving that, actually, with a few other people putting their predictions in. Don't forget to get involved. The link in the live chat is for the predictions ahead of the Aston Villa game tomorrow on Big Up. Chance for you to win the new Manchester United top as well, the jackets. But if you are an opposition fan, you can pick anything out of the store. It's not just that one. I'm sporting that because that is probably one of the most valuable ones, and that's going to be the first prize draw. There's going to be 4 more for other people to pick jerseys as well and different tops from the store tomorrow in that prediction game. So make sure that you are joining us for that tomorrow. But first of all, get back onto FUTV later. We're going to be live around about the 1 o'clock mark. Sorry, not the 1 o'clock mark. It's going to be around about the 12 o'clock mark with the the first game of the weekend between Newcastle and Chelsea. And it comes. Thanks everybody for watching. That is it for now. Everyone, please pop a like on the video. Make sure you have subscribed as well. Check out the other content as well on the channel, everyone. And I'll see you all later on FUTV. Cheers, everyone.